Okay everyone, in today's tutorial we are going to create this stylized lightning strike effect, which you can see here. So I took the reference from one game which I worked on before a couple of years, from the Total War Saga Troy, and it's really famous strategy game, and maybe a lot of you will know this game. So I took this effect which I built in this game, and now we will recreate it with you. And you can already see me on the left bottom corner. I'm already using a camera. So yeah, let's begin. So this is how the effect have to look like. And now I will show you how it looks like inside the emitter. So this is it. And we have 6-7 emitters. Okay, so we have a lot of work for this effect, guys, but don't worry, I will show you how to build it from scratch, step by step. So I will move this away. I already made a new emitter, so it's an empty one, and this is what you will see by default. So we don't have anything, and now we'll start building it. So first, what I'm going to do, I will rename this to lightnings here. So this will be our lightnings. For the situation here, I will use a material which I created with you already. So you can see in my previous tutorials, there are two tutorials in which I'm building the material. One of them is how to create a material. The second one is how to draw the texture for these lightnings. So it's really useful, and you can check it. I will give a link below after the video, and you can see in the description that are the links, and you can find them. So yeah, I will use this Zaps material. So I will show you how it looks like inside. It's really simple material, guys, and you can build it by yourself from here also. So it's surface, additive, and inlet here, and the texture is the texture which we built with you. So we have 4 different variations of these lightnings, which are painted by me inside Photoshop. It was for 10 minutes tutorial where I'm showing you how to do it, and I just connect it in this way. Okay, I will stop them now and we'll continue here. So first, about this menu here, have to be particles, here velocity, aligned, and here have to be face camera. And because they are 2x2 inside this texture, we have to open the sub UV and to write 2x2 here. Okay, perfect. Let's see, I don't see the lighting still, but soon maybe I will see it. Okay, so let's continue with the other stuff. So first here, the emitter state will keep its system, because the explosion, the hit of this lightning will be always, and we will control it inside the sequencer after that. So for now I will keep it in system. So now we have to add a spawn rate, but because it's only once and it's like a hit, we have to add a spawn burst instantaneous. So that's it, and here we will keep it 1. Okay, we still don't see our lightning, but I think this is because the size of this sprite is too low now, so we have to make it now bigger. So in initial particles here, the lifetime, what I will do, I will click here and we'll click on random range float, because I want to give 2 values to our lightning. So this is for better details, 0.05 for example, and here 0.1. So now our lightning will live between 0.05 and 0.1, which is really fast, but we have a small variation between all of the lightning. So every time when the lightning is spawning, it will be in a different lifetime. So that's why I'm adding this random range float, and for me it's much better. So let's give a color of our lightning here. So I will click here the direct set, and let's give something between white and blue. So something like that I think will be fine, or maybe more blue or darker one, something okay like that. And here I will light 15 because I want to give an extra glow to our textures. Okay, now it's time for the size. We don't see it because it's too tiny, and we have to scale it up a bit. So here unset, here non-uniform, and here I will give again random range vector, because I want to give more detail to our size of the lightnings. So here I write 500, here will be 700, here will be 900, and here will be 2007, for example. Now you can see our lightning is here. Okay, I will zoom out a bit. Okay, maybe here the glow is too much, so I will click only 5. Okay, no, this is not the glow, this is the cover section. So the here is okay, let's write 5. Okay, 5, it's enough for now. Okay, and let's continue with other stuff. So we have to add now scale color maybe. Okay, let's add a scale color. So also system location, it's important too. So maybe we have to add a system location also. So here system location, and I will bring this a bit up because now it's okay, now it looks fine, it's in the middle. And maybe here I will click on 70 to move it a bit, okay, to the middle. And now let's add the other stuff. So here we have the particle state, which have to looks like that. After that we have to add a solve force and velocity. Okay, and to keep it like that, and after that scale color. So we need this scale color just to fade it. Okay, what I'm going to do here, so the alpha here, what I will do, I will click here, we'll click float from curve, where is it, it's here. And now we'll start with 1 and we'll end with 0, so we will keep it like that. Okay, and let's click save. Okay, perfect. And now let's continue with the sparks. So we will keep the lightnings like that for now. So the sparks, I will add another emitter here. It will be empty again, and I will name it to sparks. Okay, sparks. And for the sparks, I will use one material, which is glow material, and I already did it in a previous tutorial which I uploaded inside my channel, so I will give also a link for this tutorial. It's a simple glow material. I will show how it looks inside. If you want, you can copy it from here and to build it if you know how to do it. So here the emissive color, how to add this parameter, for example, is by clicking one of your keyboard and left mouse button. And here you have to click on this right button, convert to parameter, and now you can write emissive. Emissive, and to connect it to here, and here to change the default value to 1, and that's it. And other stuff, it's you have to click the right button here to write all of these names and to add them. Okay, let's continue. No, and I already have this material here. So here have to be particles, here have to be velocity aligned, and here have to be phase camera, because we want our sparks to follow our velocity and to fall smooth. You can see how it looks before when you bring back to the effect in the beginning, and to see how they're falling smooth. Okay, let's start with this sparks. So here we have to add a spawn burst instantaneous again. So this time I will give 2 values. So random range, and it will be between 50 and 100 because we need more sparks. Okay, now they are not moving, but they're here. So let's continue now with the lifetime first. So again, here I will click on the random range float for 2 values, and it will be between 0.1 and 2. Okay, now they will live between these 2 values. Okay, now the color. So or I will keep it without any color now, because I will add another color node here after that. So let's continue here with the size. So the size have to be non-uniform, and here let's give again a random range vector and these 2 values, which is between 2 and 6. Okay, now our sparks will be small. And let's see what we have to add more. We have to add a sphere location here. So let's add the sphere location. This will be the starting position of our particles from where they will spawn. So now we can see they are in the sphere radius of 100, but we don't want to be that much, so I will write it 15, and everything else here have to be like that. Okay, now it's time for the velocity. So we need to give a power to our particles to explode. So this will happen with the velocity. So I will click add velocity here. I will click fix the issue, and here I will be from cone. Sorry, yes, and here I will give again two values, so random range float, and one of them will be, for example, 50, the second one will be 1000, and I will change the position and direction. So here it will be 1, and now we can see how they're going up. Okay, and also the cone angle have to be bigger because now they're going straight up. We need a bigger angle, so we write 90. Okay, now you can see what this it's making. So this is spreading them in every different way, not only straight up like that. So that's why here I will keep it like 90, for example. Okay, let's continue now with the cover. The cover have to be from here, right? Cover here. And here curve from cover, and have to make it white or blue or something like that. So okay, what we have to add more? We have to add a gravity force, because now they're going straight up and we want to push them to fall on the ground. So here gravity force. Here I'm opening the second effect, my second monitor here, because I'm looking what I have to add, for example, here, and to show you. So that's why sometimes my eyes are on the second desktop here. I want to share everything with you the same like the other effect. So yeah. Okay, now they're falling down because of the gravity. So the gravity have to be by default minus 980. So we will keep it like that. We'll continue now with one drag. So the drag is the friction which we're giving. So let's add a drag and keep it to 1. Here the rotation drag, I will stop it. And now let's see. Okay, now it's more like an explosion. Looks good. We have to add a collision because they have to collide with the ground. When they're touching the ground, they have to bounce from it. So the collision is important. And here what I will do, I will click this plus icon, or add a collision. And here I have to make this, okay, let's keep it CPU for now. The collision have to be sprite, bounce here have to be 1. And here the restitution, we have to give 2 values of this restitution. So random range again, until 0.1 and 0.3 for the restitution. And the other stuff here have to be like that. Okay, I will click save. For now, I think the collisions are ready, and let's continue with the curl noise force. So we have to give more variations of the animation to our spark. So curl noise force, it's a good option here. So I will click 1000, and here the noise frequency have to be, for example, 0.1. And now you can see how we have like a force which is pushing them. And maybe here random seed, let's see. Okay, there it looks a little bit weird, so I will stop here everything. Let's see how it will look when we stop them. Okay, I will decrease this noise train. We don't need it to be that high. Okay, this looks fine. And so force and velocity, we'll keep it. The color will be here the second one, and what we have to add here is the scale sprite size by speed. So the speed have to control the size. So when they're touching the ground, they have to decrease the size. So here I'll add it now scale, sprite size by speed. Okay, and now to the minimum scale factor, I will click this arrow again. We'll click vector 2D from curve, and here I will make here to be like 1 by default and to end with 0, and we'll click save. Okay, so the sparks are ready. Maybe the color have to make it more bluish here with a bit glow here, so 16 it's fine, and the sparks are ready. I will click save now. And let's continue with the glow here on the ground when the lightning is touching the ground. So the glow, it's important. We need one glow on the ground. So I will make another emitter here. So let's make a fontaine. And here I will use another material, which I will show you how it looks inside. It's glow material. It's a basic one with lens flare as a texture. And here it's surface translucent and unlit. Okay, and now let's see. Here I will make it system. Oops. And not spawn rate, and it will be spawn rate instantaneous here. We don't need the velocity here. Okay, the shape location have to be 1. Gravity also, it's not needed here. Drag also. And scale color. Okay, let's see here. First, the lifetime. It's too much. 0.1, 0.2. The scale, we have to increase it. Here have to be unaligned. Oops, not velocity aligned, unaligned. And face camera. Let's click save. Let's see how it looks. Okay, our light is already here. Okay, maybe I will bring it up a bit. Okay. Perfect. I will rename it to glow. And I will give a color with glowness here. So let's make it blue with 15 glow. Okay, much better, guys. And maybe let's see how it looks together, everything. Okay, we have to increase the size. So here I will make it 300 and 500. We have two values, so some of the spawned glows will be between, for example, 350, some of them will be 450, but the maximum is 500. Okay, maybe we'll have to add more variations here. So random, 3 and 6. Okay, now the glow is too much. And also the opacity, we have to decrease the opacity. So here I will click 5. Okay, better. And now here where it's 1, I will make it 0.4. And now the opacity of this glow, it's smaller, maybe 0.3, and here I will bring it back to 0. Okay, looks better. And the size also, let's make it 5 here, 8 here. We need a bigger size glow. Perfect, because the lightning gets bigger, and if it's small it looks weird. Okay, we are ready with the glow, guys. So let's continue with the next emitter, which is the parts which are like debris, which are exploding and going everywhere in our viewport. So let's scale this, and for the parts, what I will do, I will click here, add emitter. We will make it fontaine because it looks like a fontaine, and here we will use a real meshes for this situation. So what I will do, I will delete the sprite render and we'll click here and we'll click mesh render, because we will use a 3D objects, real 3D objects. So I will click here now and I will switch it to this debris. So it's called debris 1, and it's this one here. Now you can see how they're spawning. Now we have real objects from our projects which are spawning like a fountain. But now let's make it again here, system, and the spawn rate, again we need an instantaneous, so this one will be fine. And here we will give it again a values, so we will be between, for example, 5 and 20. Okay, now you can see it looks already perfect, but let's add some more details to this debris. So first, the initialized particles here, the lifetime, it's important. So we want them to live more on our floor. So here, that's why I'll write 4 and 6, for example. We can add a color to our texture, to our debris. So here, let's make them, for example, more brown. Why not? Like that. And now look how it looks. I'll stop them and we have a brown color debris. It looks like a rocks. So you can choose any color you want. Another thing is they're going straight up. So here the problem is maybe the velocity. So we have to go inside the velocity, and here the location we don't need it. I will stop it for now, but won't delete it if we need it to activate it. And here it don't have to be in cone. It have to be from point, no, from linear. And here I'll give again two values, random range vector. And now here we write 300 minus 300. Here will be 300 minus 300. And here will be 50 and 700. And now you can see we have this. They're going more into every one of the directions, also more up. So you can see how they're going more to the left because I moved here these values. But 300, it's enough. Okay, here will be 300 as well. Let's see how it looks. Okay, explosion, it's fine. But here we have to fix the size because now they're in one size and it looks stupid. So let's fix it. So in this situation here, we won't use the sprite attributes because it's mesh renderer. So we will click to the mesh attributes. So here unset. And here we will make it non-uniform. And let's add again two values of our mesh. So we'll make it like 5, 5, and 5. And here will be 10, 10, and 10. Okay, now they're too big, to be honest. Okay, let's see uniform. Okay, this will be the main one which we use, random range, and they will be between 3 and 6. Okay, now we have in different values, but 6 is too much. 1 and 4, let's see. Again, 4 is too much. 2. Let's click save. Again, it's too much. So it will be 0.5 and 1. Okay, now it's better. So let's click here and to check, is there any mesh orientation? Yes, it is mesh orientation. And here about the mesh orientation. So let's add a rotation. Let's see. Okay, now there. That's right, everywhere 1. Okay. Now it looks much better. Perfect. And let's see. So we have the gravity force, which is by default minus 980. We have to add also a collision. So let's add a collision here because we want to touch the ground. And oops, added another stuff. And collision here. The restitution have to be smaller, 0.06 for example. And that's it. Let's keep it like that. Let's see. Perfect. Let's keep it and let's activate all of stuff to see how it looks. It looks nice and natural. Okay, we're ready with the debris. So I will rename it to debris. And now we'll continue with the DustSpikes, which are going from the explosion. So I will scale it again, and here what I will do, I will take the sparks here, Control C, and Control V here, and I will name it to spikes, DustSpikes. And here for the spikes, I will add one dirt material. Okay, I'll show you how it looks. Again, it's a texture only, which looks like dirt. Just some brushes from Photoshop. It's really basic. And again, it's connected like that with surface, translucent, and default lit. Okay, so now, first what I will do here is to see is it particles, velocity aligned, and face camera. Also here to the sub UV, we have to change it to 4 and 1 because it's only there 4 from left to right and it's 1 on the other side. So vertical and horizontal. And here what we have to do is to check here the spawn burst. Instantaneous, it's too much, so 15 and 20. Okay, spawn rate system. Okay, that's fine. Here in Stylized particles, we have to add a bigger lifetime, so between 0.5 and 0.8, for example. And the sprite size, what I will do is to give only 2 values, so here will be uniform, and here a random range float, and here they will be like 500 and 700, for example. Shape location, let's see, 15. I will isolate only them to see how they look. Okay, it's not good. And the shape location will be like that, we'll keep it. Okay, the other stuff is the velocity. So the velocity here have to be in cone, and here we have to write it like, let's see, maybe 150 and 400. And also the cone axis, it's 95 here, and here let's see 1, or let's see what will happen if we write more. Nothing, because here only 1, it's important like a number. Okay, and let's continue with other stuff. So what we have to do, we have to delete the gravity, we don't need it, we don't need a drag. We don't need a collision, we don't need a curve voice. Swell, scale sprite size, by speed, no. Okay, now we are on the right way, guys. So here I will add a sub UV animation, so sub UV animation to take the animation from the texture, and here we will write it 4, for example, because it's only 4, and here will be sprite renderer. Now you can see there is the animation from our texture. What the animation means is that they are switching in every second, and because of that, because we have 4 textures, they are switching, and we have animation which is created from the switching of our textures inside the material. So that's it. So here particle, okay, particle state, so forces and scale sprite size. Let's add a scale sprite size here. So the scale sprite, this one, scale sprite size, and here I will make it here, let's see, uniform. Here have to be multiply which was vector from curve. Okay, and okay, it's not this one, it's non-uniform. Here's multiply vector from vector to different curve, yes. And here we have to make them in a different way. So I will copy all of them, we'll click 0 here. It's time to add another key, which I will move here to 0.25, for example, and here will be 0.5. Also, we'll add one more to the red one, and the red one will be again 0.25 here, and it will be 0.2. Oops, 0.2, not minus 0.2. Okay, and the end will be here 1, and 0.5. And we have the spikes. You can see how it looks. It's much better. And let's see how it looks inside the viewport, guys. Okay, we have like first explosion and impact after, but it's too slow, to be honest. I want to make it faster. So what I will do here is to make them faster, but how? Maybe we have to reduce the lifetime. So 0.3, 0.5. Also, I have to add a color here, which will be more gray, like that, and I will delete this one. Come on. Delete. And also, I will delete this one. Or no, I will just move this here. Okay. Scale sprite size, it's ready. The velocity here, it's also ready, but let's see if we move this subview here. Okay, it's same. So we will bring it back here. Okay, let's check the instantaneous. Maybe if we add to only one. Okay, here the initialized particles. Let's check one more time. Okay, here what's happening? Maybe here it's, let's see the size. The size, it's maybe it's too much. Let's decrease it a bit. Okay, maybe this is too much particles. Let's make them. Okay, I'll stop the sub-UV for a bit. No, we need this sub-UV. Okay. The sphere location. The sphere location, it's like that. The velocity. If we increase this, I will make it 90 here. Okay. And also the cone axis. Let's see the cone axis. Okay, it looks fine. And maybe the color, this is too much. I have to decrease the opacity. Let's see how it looks now. Okay, it looks better. Maybe the opacity have to be decreased more, 0.25. Okay, perfect. Let's check. It's good, but here first, let's increase maybe the lifetime. I will decrease it a bit more to 0.3, and the color I will increase the opacity a bit to 0.35. And let's check. Okay, now it's much better. And you can see how it looks. Here's the explosion on the ground. Okay, let's continue with the other emitter, guys. So we have to add the smoke now. And what I will do, again, I will copy sparks, Control C, Control V here. And I will use one material. It's called Smoke 8. Okay. And I will show you how it looks inside with the flipbook. Again, here it's surface translucent and default lit, and that's the texture. It's just a flipbook from internet. Okay, and let's continue here. So we have to make it 8x8 here, and also to check here, particles have to be unaligned, and here have to be face camera. Okay, let's rename it to smoke. And let's continue here with the smoke. So here I will make it self. Also here have to be once, and here have to be fixed, and the loop duration to be 0.5, for example. Okay, the spawn burst instantaneous, we'll keep it, but we'll make only one value, which will be 15, for example. Here, initialize particles. Here the lifetime, we'll keep it like that, and we'll make it 0.20 to 2, for example. Okay, and the size, also what I will do, will make it uniform, and here we'll add 2 values, random range float, and here will be 80 and 180, for example. And okay, now we can see our smoke. It's spawning, but it looks weird, so we have to switch something more. So the shape location, we will keep it, and we will make it 5 only. Okay, that's fine. Also the velocity have to be here, have to be linear, and again 2 values, so random range vector, and here 50 minus 50, here 50 and minus 50, and here we want to send it up in the in our viewport, so here will be 500 and 1000, for example. Okay, that's much better. So here is the particle state. Okay, the cover, you have to make it darker. Okay, so darker cover, maybe something like that. Okay, more like a smoke. And I don't want to have a white cover at the end, so I will delete this. No, oops, not everything. I will click Ctrl Z to bring it back, and I will delete only this one. Here I have to click sometimes more. Okay, that's perfect. And also I will delete, maybe, let's see. Okay, I will keep it like that. So sprite size, we need sprite size scale here. So I will delete this curl noise, we don't need it. Also, we need a drag. Collisions, we don't need the collisions. Scale sprite size by speed, we also don't need it. So the gravity force here, also we don't need it. So we need a drag. The drag will be again 2 values maybe, so random range 2 and 3. Okay, and let's add the scale size. Okay, sprite size. So sprite, scale sprite size, and now let's make it non-uniform here. Let's check first. Flat from curve. Okay, perfect. And now let's start with a small one, and we want to increase the size of our texture at the end, and it will be something bigger, like 5. Let's see how it looks. Looks fine, but also we have to add a subview animation. So let's see how it looks to take the animation from the textures. So 8 by 8 is 64, so I will make it 64, and here sprite renderer, and let's check. Now it looks better, it looks more natural. Okay, so we also need an acceleration force. Maybe let's add acceleration force to have the velocity. So I will click here, random range vector, and here we write some like 150 here minus 150, because we want to force it to go in the other directions, not only up. So here also I will make it here minus 0, minus 150 and 150 here. And let's see what will happen if here decrease it like that. Okay, so I will make it minus 900 here and minus 1000. Let's click save. And to check how it looks. Now you can see it's not going too much straight ahead of the sky, but it's spawning fast, and after that it's falling on the ground, which it's look fine. And how it have to look. And maybe that's it. Let's see how it looks, everything together. Okay, it looks fine, but maybe the scale have to be bigger. So the size, we will increase it to 150 to 250. And let's check. Okay, now the smoke, it's much better. I'll click save. And at the end, we have to add one refraction and our effect will be ready. So the refraction, I will take the glow, Control C, Control V here, and I will click rename, refraction. And here I will choose refraction material, which I built so you can see it. This is a noise texture with a bump, normal from Photoshop. Not a noise texture, sorry, it's a normal texture. This is what I wanted to say. Okay, and let's make it one by one. Okay, it's one by one. And here have to be particles unaligned, face camera, it's fine. Okay, so the emitter state, system spawn, burst instantaneous have to be only one. So let's make it one. Here the initialized particles have to be only one lifetime, so I will make it 0.45 for example. The size have to be only one, so the size will be 800 for example. Let's see. Also the shape, okay, let's see the shape location. We don't need a shape location here, so I will delete it and I will write a dynamic material parameter. This gives the refraction. You can see refraction, that's it. And you have to make it 0.8 for example. And I will stop all of the other stuff. Now it's like refraction. So let's continue. So update. Here is the particle state. We need maybe a, I'll delete this color and I will add a scale color here. So scale color. And the scale color, the alpha, I will make it here flat from curve. And here I will start from 0 again, because now the scale color, we are starting with fully invisible here somewhere in the middle of our lifetime of this refraction. It will be in the full opacity, it will be visible, and at the end will also become invisible. So this is the what we are looking for. So here to 0, okay, another one will be other key, 0.25. So here will be 1, and let's break them to make them smoother. So break, and at the end it will be 0. Let's click save and to see how it looks inside the viewport. Okay, it's it looks weird, so we also have to add a scale sprite size. I will stop this here, we'll make it black. Now the refraction is working, have to be black. Let's see. Okay, we have the refraction, you can see how it looks. And maybe one more thing which we have to add here, it's the scale sprite size, because to make it more natural and to start beacon to decrease the size at the end of the lifetime of the refraction. So scale was scale sprite size. Okay, here, and how I will start here, I will make it non-uniform. Here will be vector from curve, yes, and so I will break them again. Okay, and now it's more natural. It's not that visible, but there is a difference. Perfect. And let's click save. And guys, our lightning effect is totally ready. I hope you like it, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. If you want to see some of the effects in my next tutorials, just write me in the comments what you want to learn and what you want to show you. And thank you very much for your watching.